Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. I hope you can hear me. It is a little past midday and we are now on, I think, the second week of 100-degree weather, and my garden is suffering. I'm just coming back from lunch. I have a few more hours to go before I'm done with my day, but I'm going to show you all what my garden looks like, and I have the fear that my garden is dying. No matter how much water I put on it, it's just not helping. I just don't know whether or not it's going to survive this summer, and I'm a little despondent about it. So until I can get in the garden, I'll see you in a bit. Hey everybody, the work day is done, thank goodness. It is over 100 degrees outside. My car is reading 104. It feels stifling. The air is hot. There is no cool air. The breeze is hot. Standing still is hot. Texas is hot. And with each passing day, it's getting hotter and hotter. It is, for many people, unbearable. It's not unbearable yet for me because I'm not in it all day long every day. But I read the headline of an article today, which is extremely troubling because this is new. We're in the month of June. We haven't been in the month of June for very long. And the article says that the Texas Energy Board, whoever runs the grid, is asking people to limit their use of electricity, to turn off their air conditioners. What the blue blazes? It's 104 degrees right now, and you want people to turn off their air? See, look, I'm not going to get into the kind of conversation that I want to get into about grids and electricity and the irrational behavior of those who are in control of that because of this topic right here. I want to say 2 years ago, the grid went down in the winter. And a lot of people lost power for a great number of days, some weeks. My vacuum cleaner repairman lost power for over a week, and he was telling me how harrowing it was because it was cold. He didn't even want to take a shower. He's like, it's cold. It's cold outside. You can't take a cold shower. You can't heat up water. And it's hotter than fish grease out here, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna share with you again. Remember I told you it was 104 when I left my office, and the car was hot because it was sitting there. Well, now the car is cooling off. The air conditioning is rolling, and the car says it's 107 degrees. 107 degrees. Let me say it again. 107 degrees. And the article says that it's wanting Texans to limit their draw on the grid. Look, I tried to keep my air conditioner. I can't speak, y'all. I'm tired. It's hot. Woo, it's hot. It's hotter than fish grease out here. Woo. I have the air conditioner on, and I just feel like I'm about ready to melt like butter. But I had my air conditioner off for a long time, like months. I just turned my air conditioner on 2 weeks ago, and look y'all, it was hot. I was rolling those fans. Those fans in the house were going because, you know, I don't want to lose electricity. So I realized after looking at the temperature when I came in, it was 80 plus degrees in the house. Look, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I can't sleep if I'm sweating and I feel like I got something crawling on me, and when I wake up and I'm sweating, it's just sweat rolling off. I can't sleep under those conditions. And my spouse is like a freaking polar bear. He wants it to be cold. He always says to me when it's hot, sweetie, is it your kind of hot or is it my kind of hot? Because if it's my kind of hot, I'll go outside. If it's your kind of hot, no. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to work at home. I got to have the air conditioner on wherever I am. I need all the ice and all the cold beverages I can get. Matter of fact, I need a cold shower. My spouse does not like hot at all. He messed around, y'all. My spouse messed around one day and almost gave himself a heat stroke. He asked me, he said, sweetie, what would you like for me to do today? Because he was on vacation, and I was going into work temporarily because I needed to work a few more days before I can like go full vacation with him, right? Because we take vacations together. Ooh, I said, do me a solid. Not that he's doing it for me, but like I just mentioned, my spouse don't like to be outside when it's hot. My spouse, he'll catch on fire. He will get out there and do some things, and he'll be on fire. I'm like, we're gonna have to call an ambulance to come and get you. This man, and I said to him, I said, sweetie, if you're gonna cut the grass like I need for you to do it early in the morning. Get up when I'm about ready to leave for work. Get on out there and cut that grass. Don't let that sun come up and hit you, because it's gonna be a situation, right? So he was up with me. Matter of fact, he got up before I did. And I think he made me a cup of coffee, cup of tea or something. We chatted for a few minutes. So he had gotten up. I said my goodbyes. My spouse, he on the front porch with his morning beverage. I don't know if he had coffee or tea. I think he had coffee. I think he had a cup of coffee. He on the porch, y'all, because my spouse, that's one of the requirements he asked for. Wherever we live, he says, I want a porch. Can we have a porch? And in this home, since we're not renting, this is our home, he's like, I want a porch. My spouse and I sit outside. Early morning, weekends, late evenings in the cool. Look at it, y'all, I'm wiping up sweat already. And the air conditioning is on. In the coolness of the wintertime, we'll be out there. We'll have blankets. I'll heat up the fire pit. I'll turn the fire pits on. Look, sweating. Ugh, I'm hot. Ugh. But if it's hot outside, yeah, he don't want to do it. So we had exchanged our salutations, and I went on off to work. He sat on the porch. He waved, and off I went, right? I don't know what transpired with him by the time I left and by the time he finally got out there and cut that grass. But it was too late in the morning when he decided to cut the grass. And he came in the house. He's like, oh, I don't feel good. I'm still at work. I went home at lunchtime. He's like, I don't feel good. I said, were you out there cutting that grass? He's like, yeah. I said, bruh, dude, too hot. I said, do you have a headache? He's like, yeah, my head is killing me. You trying to get yourself a heat stroke? I'm like, you need to get a cold compress, drink lots of cold water, and I need for you to lay it down. Lay it down before you end up out there in the yard, and somebody gonna have to call the ambulance to come and get you. And then come get me, because I'm not here while you doing this foolishness. So anyway, my spouse doesn't like the heat. You all won't see him outside. Matter of fact, I was working in the garden this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was working in the garden. I did not work in the garden yesterday. Yesterday was Monday, because I did too much. I spent long hours, of course, taking water breaks, taking air conditioning breaks, but I overdid it. And y'all could probably see I got a beautiful tan. Look at that, beautiful tan. And so I overdid it, and I spent all of yesterday, because I was off yesterday, literally in the bed. Literally, I was in the bed the whole of the day. I got up, I got myself dressed, got something to drink, let the dog out, and got back in the bed. I was not well. I mean, I felt okay, but I felt so drained. Physically, I was okay, but I was tired, and I slept almost the whole day, off and on, just sleep. So yeah, you cannot be messing around with this this weather. It's just too hot. And so now I'm on a different part of town. I've gotten away from my office, and the car says 105. So it went up, it went down, but it's still hot out in these streets. It is extremely hot out here. So I'm on my way to the store. I have to go pick up some more glue sticks. And if you're not certain which ones I'm talking about the Gorilla Glue, because I think as I was working out in that heat, the glue, it didn't lump up in the areas where I needed to lump, and it kind of ran thin in certain areas. So I have a couple of joints on. Sorry about that, y'all. There's a messed up street, and I think I hit part of a pothole. But I think the glue ran, and I need for it to be a little thicker in certain spots, because there's a couple of areas where water was spurting out, and it's just in a couple of the joints that I had to fix up. So I'm going to fix that, but I need some more glue sticks. I also am gluing the couple of greenhouse panels, and I'll talk to you all more about that in the greenhouse chat. I had to turn my air up to Arctic, y'all, because my phone just died on me. It said it was hot. It was too hot. So I'm not going to be able to talk to you guys too much longer because my phone is in the window, and I don't want it to die again. But yeah, it's just incredibly hot outside, and everything is suffering. I drove past some trees, and we're talking about trees that have been planted in the ground for, I don't know, 100 years, 30 years, between 30 and 100 plus years. These trees have been in the ground, right? And the leaves on these trees are brown, and the trees are defoliating. The leaves are falling from the trees because it's so hot. They don't have any water. They can't access any water. It's really scary to see the trees browning and the leaves shriveling up and falling like it's fall. And this is only like the third week of June. It is going to be a mess. I think we're going to end up having days where we can't be outside. I think that's what's coming. We are not going to be outside. In a military environment, they call this Black Flag Days, and they're flying the black flag because it's just so hot, and it's not recommended to be outside at all. So let me get in this store. I've got to pick up some Gorilla Glue sticks to finish off my project. I'm not going to do it today. I have to take my dog to the vet, and I don't think that I'll be back at the house in time enough. So it'll probably have to wait until tomorrow in order to finish gluing those joints. I want to do it today, but I just don't know if I'll be able to. So I'll see you guys in a bit. I have made it into the garden, and I just want to show you. This is not a tour. I'm just going to show you the areas where damage has happened. As you can see, my Texas Star hibiscus, the leaves have fallen. Many of the leaves have fallen off. Of course, the flowers are dying, but it is not taking to the heat. Same with the other one, and it's supposed to be heat loving, but it's just so incredibly hot. It's not taking well to the heat. Purple datura is not taking well to the heat. White datura is not taking well to the heat. Heat damage on my bay, my sweet bay, my little bay. Water in the world has not prevented this from shriveling up and dying off. Same with this one. Elephant ears, or my elephant ear, it is still reproducing, as you can see, but it is unhappy with the heat. My bells of Ireland are not ringing. Look at how terrible. And all three of them look like this. Both of my purple shamrocks are losing color. They look terrible. Second one, same deal here. My Japanese maple is worse for the wear. It is alive, but it is looking real shady. You see the Japanese maple, the second one, they're alive. It's put on a new flower. However, the sun, and they're right up on the house, the sun has just eaten them alive. That right there is not a Japanese maple. That is a gooseberry. They're all over the place. My corn and my runner beans, same thing. Not happy. Not happy at all. As you can see, there is life in the runner bean pot. I need to go in and clean it out more, but it is not happy. My squash, not happy. Just everything is not happy. And that's what my garden looks like, everybody. This is my Egyptian spinach, and I have been covering it. As you can see, the cover has come off, but yeah, not happy. My poor elderberry has lost all of its flowers. It didn't produce any elderberries for me today. I'm sorry, not today, this year. All the flowers have fallen off. And that's what my garden looks like, everybody. It has been very disheartening. I've put in drip. I'm watering by hand. It took me a while to get drip in, but I'm watering by hand. And this is what I'm left with this year. But no fear, I am going to plant more food. I just have to figure out a better solution so that I don't continue to have this. So I want to say thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you all coming along and seeing the carnage in my garden. But no fear, we are going to get this together. And until I see you in the kitchen or the garden real soon, bye-bye for now.